What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track. Never whack, bring it back. And we are here with Strawhat Sitdown, episode 12. Hey! We out here today with the Strawhat gang as usual. A little bit shorter today. Boy, Mr. G couldn't make it. He's recovering from a surgery. I want you guys to send your thoughts and prayers. Fast recovery, speedy recoveries, all that good shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we out here with the rest of the Strawhat gang today. We got D3 in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's good? We out here.
Gang, yes, sir. Got that boy Strawhat in the building.
Hey, what's good, y'all? What's good?
Yo. And of course, that boy YOHOHOHO in the building. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yo, hope y'all good, man.
Squad. So we didn't have a chapter this week. No chapters. So we decided to do a little bit different today, you know. We wanted to throw down a hypothetical versus for you guys, right? So we're going to get into this hypothetical battle on who we think we would win between these two characters. And then afterwards, we're going to go into a tier list of the supernovas. So we're going to go through every supernova and rank them. S tier to D tier, whatever letter we decide to choose. And that should fill out our episode, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's get into it. Our versus... Bro, oh my god, yo! I just had the illest brain fart. Jesus Christ, thank you, Law and Zoro, yo, because I was, I when I was talking earlier, I didn't say the name because that shit just completely escaped me for a second, bro. That's why I said we're gonna get into a versus between. I said we're gonna get into a versus between two people today because that shit actually just fucking escaped me.
Yo, it was
Jesus
like
Christ,
3
yo.
minutes too, bro.
I was just waiting.
That's crazy, bro.
Yo, Jesus Christ. All right, yeah, so our versus is gonna be Law versus Zoro. What do you guys opening arguments? Like, how do you guys feel about the fight in general? How you guys feeling?
I think Law folds Zoro low-key.
You think it's a clear, like just a straight clear?
I don't think it's a clear, but I don't think he would rock Zoro, but I think it would be a clear winner. Like, Zoro not strong, but Law is dope for you, bro.
That's what it hinges on.
It's
for me
too broken.
too, bro.
It's way too broken for me to think that somebody that's only good at like melee combat and has like a one projectile can just body Law. I don't think it's happening. Because like Law could just keep himself away from Zoro, in my opinion.
Now, the one thing I will say that Zoro has over Law, which would probably impact the Devil Fruit, is Conqueror's Haki. Yep. The Conqueror's Haki is a big deal because, especially with Law's Devil Fruit, if your Haki is strong enough, you can't be like bullied by Law's Devil Fruit. You can definitely still get hit, as we saw with Big Mom, you know what I mean? If he does his attacks and shit. Yeah.
I forgot Zoro had Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah, he can't just be out here getting bullied and switched around and shit. So I'm not gonna lie.
I think Strawhat, we can't hear Strawhat. I think his mic is muted or something.
Oh, shoot, my bad. What I was saying is that the prerequisite for not being able to be moved by Law, because when Law said it, he said that Big Mom and Kaido, he can't move them because their Haki is too strong. And in One Piece, usually when there's two ways that they address Haki in a weird way. One is like your Haki like ability, like your ability to manifest Haki in an actual attack, and then they refer to Haki as like energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a time when OT, she knocked down Luffy and the guard thought that he was dead, and she was like, no, he's still alive. Why am I he was convinced that he was dead, and she was like, then why am I feeling his Haki? Like, and then Blackbeard when he met Luffy at Impel Down, he said, Luffy, your Haki's I see your Haki has gotten better, or like your Haki's stronger, like as in his spirit, his like his power. So they refer to Haki as like an energy source, kind of, or like an energy, like kind of like Ki in Dragon Ball and like spiritual pressure and Bleach and stuff. It's kind of weird.
So
they do be changing it up.
So do you guys think that Zoro's Haki is strong enough to nullify some of Law's Devil Fruit abilities?
Well, he said a long time ago, remember that scuffle between Law and what's his name from Doflamingo's crew,
Virgo, yeah.
Yeah, remember that fight? Doflamingo was convinced that Virgo had the greater haki than Law, but Law pointed out, like, well, sorry to burst your bubble, but my haki is superior. And what's his name? Doflamingo, when Law didn't like move him around, did he?
He did when Luffy did Red Hawk versus him.
No, he moved. But did he move Luffy?
He moved Luffy.
Yeah.
He moved Luffy? Oh,
Luffy, yeah.
I'm bugging. Damn.
Yeah, so I
don't think he moved Doflamingo once that fight.
Yeah, so I guess the fight would really hinge to if you believe that Law can actually move Zoro around.
That's what it comes down. I feel like that's literally what it comes down to. Like, if Law can use his Dovru like willy-nilly on Zoro, bro, like I don't see how Zoro beats him.
Yeah.
I will be in the camp and argue that Zoro actually, by this point in the series, probably, maybe, cannot be moved by Law.
How do you measure haki, bro?
Because like Law's,
I'll say what makes you feel that way.
Because like Law dead just beat Big Mom a while back, so like,
Damn, we bringing up the Big Mom defeat already, bro. That was like 2 chapters ago.
I'm just saying, bro.
Damn.
It could have been last chapter. It still happened.
Yo, I respect it. That's just crazy. We really gotta call him a Yonko killer now. That's crazy.
He is, bro. He is a Yonko slayer. I mean, what Yonko Zoro defeated?
Damn, not like this, bro. Not like this. Damn, son. How do you measure? It really comes down to how we would measure how much haki or how strong Zoro's haki is. Are there any other haki feats Zoro has?
He beat Pika.
He knocked her out with his haki, right?
Pika was haki.
No,
yeah.
no. Pika was the one where he did. Like, he flew through the air and just rose and he like.
Oh yeah, Mrs. in the comments. He said he sliced up Kaido himself and tanked the Yonko combo.
He gave Kaido a huge blow, like as bigger than like.
Yeah, because he hit like the Conqueror's Haki Ashura.
Yeah, and he
that shit was raw.
Lengthened the scar of Kaido,
Yeah.
but on the Pika thing, I think he even mentioned versus Pika, like when he actually comes out of the rock and he's like, "Yo, you're not gonna cut me," and Zoro's like, "That's only if your haki is stronger than mine." And then he smokes him, of course.
Yeah.
So that they do bring up haki in that fight and like being able to cut things and stuff like that. No, I don't fucking know, bro.
No, that's good. No, that's good reference points though. You know what I'm saying? He was able to use his haki to slice a fucking mountain, let alone defeat the actual stone monster.
Yo, I reread that fight, and I rewatched it too, bro. He chopped him the fuck up. It was actually crazy. He cut like his midsection and then his arm, and then bro, that shit was.
Now that
crazy.
fight was actually fucking free for Zoro. I'm not gonna lie.
He chopped him up. Bro.
I got it. Okay, now I'm definitively on Zoro's side. I think Zoro wins, actually.
Why do you say?
Okay, here's the reason why. One, that fight with Big Mom, it was, first of all, we can't, like, even though, Law may be the MVP in terms of dealing out the most damage or whatever, you have to admit that every time Law fought against Big Mom, mind you, 2v1.
Yep.
And any time that like Law got hits in, they were all sneak attacks. The only person that kind of went head to head against Big Mom is Eustace Kid. And for a while, Kid couldn't even like damage people of that caliber like Kaido and Big Mom unless he was in Awakening. Guess what though? Zoro was able to damage someone comparable to Big Mom without some type of devil fruit. His Conqueror's Haki, which he can now do on the regular.
Yeah. So
in terms of damage output, if Law doesn't hit Zoro with like Awakening, Zoro is like kind of
Okay, but how does Kroom scale into this? Because he's got that now.
The thing is, the point that we did make while we were talking about the Big Mom Law Kid fight, is that a lot of Law's attacks, like Mod said, were sneak attacks, and they were set up by Kid. Law's attacks, I think we agreed, Law's attacks were a little bit slower. Like it would be hard for him to 1v1 someone like Big Mom because of a lot of his attacks required setup or a certain prerequisite before he could get the hit, which Kid provided. In a 1v1, it'd be a lot harder for him to get said prerequisites.
And then on top of that, let's not forget that like Law was fighting at one point. What's his name?
What arc?
No. What's his name?
Oh yeah, that guy that did that thing. Yeah.
He fought Hawkins.
Oh, they did have a tussle, yeah. And then,
In the beginning of Wano, right?
Yeah, and in that fight, I mean, that was a 1v1, and like I go okay. I know this is getting a little jump ahead, but this is like I'm gonna say this to prove my point. I think Basil Hawkins is like the weakest of the worst generation, or like one of the weakest. So, like, if Law was having a hard time kind of with Basil Hawkins in a 1v1, in my opinion, and who Zoro was kind of like finessing when they fought, like, and Zoro's even stronger. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, Law's stronger too because Awakening. But if Law don't use Awakening, I don't know. Like,
okay, well, I have to say though, I have to say first off, shout out to Plug, my guy.
Yo, Plug, gang.
Yo, Plug,
nasty Europe, London player, my guy.
Sir.
But what I have to say about that is that Hawkins caught him off guard with the Sea Stone Needle. He couldn't use Devil Fruit.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
so. And then when X Drake let Law out of the prison, bro,
he beat his ass.
Bro, someone came up on this nigga like legs gone, just like torn the fuck up. Like, nah, that is not a comparison. I think like he caught him off guard. Like, and like D3 said, he had his niggas on lock. Like, I think that's a tough comparison because like caught him off guard. That's the only reason you want to know about Law.
Yeah,
I like Law in general is still strong as fuck. Like, let's not forget he literally cut Punk Hazard in half.
He did. Honestly,
he put his forward to the
he cut Punk Hazard in half, bro.
He's a demon, bro. He's definitely a demon. Like, he's definitely a demon. But so is that nigga Zoro. I don't know, man.
Bro. Zoro is a fucking G, bro.
It's such a hard fight. I just don't want to be like Dragon Ball YouTubers. I don't want to power scale it.
Nah.
I'm not trying to be like that.
Power scale.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Like, you see how when like certain Dragon Ball YouTubers like pin two characters up together and they'll just kind of like go over the top with it, kind of like how Death Battle does, and like overanalyze everything and like calculate shit off manga panels and stuff. I'm just not trying to do all that shit.
No, I'm with you, bro.
Well, I'm heavily like invested in those type of communities, those power scaling communities and stuff. The thing is, there's scales to it. So there's like more softer power scaling where you're using like the actual narrative, the actual like narrative in the manga and things within there to kind of scale characters. And then there's hardcore power scaling where you're doing what you said, measuring certain angles, degrees, coming up with like scientific theory on like how destructively capable someone is. Like Law cutting up a mountain equates to this much power in real life, so he has like this much of like TNT.
TNT. That's definitely Death Battle shit. They're equating all power to fucking explosions.
Yeah, exactly. Or like this character has a power like that's equate to like a star exploding or something like that in real life, like nuclear power, all that. Like, so the thing is though, like attack destructive capability, so like Law cutting up a mountain and stuff, which is like the destructive capability, is also not the same as attack potency, because even though like for example Law cut up a mountain, we wouldn't say that attack has the same attack potency as Zoro when he used Ashura against Kaido. Because
like at the end of the day, like that mountain doesn't have haki, you know what I'm saying? He cut up Kaido, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And we would all agree that Kaido is more durable than that mountain.
Yeah, 1000%.
So like,
it was the scale of his attack was crazy. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so Zoro's attack potency is out of here. Like, it's kind of wild. Like he can cut someone who fell from 2/10. Like, think about this. His cut was more powerful, more potent than Kaido jumping from a sky island 10,000 feet in the air, hitting the ground and not feeling thing. That's insane.
No, yeah.
Do you guys think that Law's Kroom could have done the same to Kaido?
See, like that's the thing that I was talking about earlier. I don't know how to scale Kroom because
Yeah.
obviously,
beat them bitches though.
Obviously, if you hit Room, like they can break out because of hockey. But was there anything noted that about like how hockey is scaled into Kroom versus Room?
I mean, what the thing there was that he couldn't penetrate their. But he even used moves like Gamma Knife on Kaido though, and that's an interior attack or like Radio Knife, whatever that fucking move.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Or not even a Gamma Knife or like injection, whatever.
Radio Knife is when he's like the sword spins and has like the electricity.
Yeah, he used injection shot right when he saves Zoro or some shit like that. But like that's my point is that like we have seen his Delphi affect things, but he can't just like insta hack teleport you, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, Sanji in the comments made a good comment. Like, Kroom literally broke Big Mom's bones. So like,
yeah, no, I don't think Zoro could take more than one of those, bro. I'm not gonna
like,
lie.
Zoro's a durable ass nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Zoro's durable, bro, but
Zoro's
like,
a demon.
I don't know, man. I still think if Law was using Kroom, Zoro might get.
I think Zoro could take a single Kroom and get back up.
Like,
he wouldn't take more than one because like
he would not take more than one though. Yeah.
Law would destroy. Never mind. I was about to say it was bounce out wild, but
Yo.
Go crazy.
What's it called? His internal organs would be destroyed. Like
I mean, Zoro has definitely fought with some injuries plenty of times.
He definitely had he blocked that attack and then Law from Big Mom and Kaido, and Law said that must have broken every bone in his body, but yet he then went on to do so far the biggest attacks anyone's seen on Kaido. Literally. Right? Like he actually, other than Odin, of course, like he actually cut the fuck out of him. He actually slashed that shit, nigga, made him leak. So, like, yeah, his endurance is like exactly like maybe there's like a bit of a difference between the word endurance and durable, but like he got up and went in on that even after that. So like he could probably take a Kroom or K room or whatever.
I kind of want to say two, bro. Like I can honestly think of like three. I can think of 3 or 4 arcs where Zoro has fought with a fatal injury, bro. He's gotten stabbed, cut up,
that's how Oda nursed him, bro. That's actually how Oda nursed him.
Literally, bro. Like literally.
It's gonna be like that next arc, bro. Like, shit that he did this arc is gonna like bother him next arc.
On the opposite side of the argument, how many hits could Law take before he got folded?
Bro, not more than like
I don't
2, bro.
I don't think he could take more than like 1 or 2.
I'm saying, bro.
Law has not been shown to be as durable, 100%.
Law is not durable. That man got his arm chopped off by Doflamingo.
Well, I wouldn't say not durable. Like in this Big Mom fight and like the rooftop, I feel like between those two, like he was taking some hits and like some lightning and shit. And when he was on her chest doing K room, she was like beating him in with. It wasn't Advanced Conqueror, but it was Advanced.
Yeah, he was taking punches. He was taking them punches.
And they've been getting smoked by lightning and fire the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
I think Law is durable. I just don't think it's to the extent of.
No, yeah, Zoro would. If he gets a Conqueror, it's over. No problem.
Didn't Law like literally attach his arm back after Doflamingo chopped it off?
I think that's the Tata stitched it back for him.
Did she?
I don't know why I remember that, but yeah,
the
like Leo, the little niggas from.
Oh, yeah, with the stitch, she had the stitch fruit or whatever.
Name? Mary something.
Man, Cherry, her durability is the tears that heal you, but Leo has the stitch power.
Oh, yeah. I could have swore like he just roomed his arm back on.
Nah, because I remember he was just holding it as Luffy was fighting Doflamingo.
Oh, okay.
I'm crying. Luffy's so stupid, bro.
We're gonna go way off the deep end here. Can Law make himself unkillable? Can he do that to himself, or does he have to do it?
You have to die to use that immortal surgery.
Okay.
I don't even think it's immortal. That's the thing. People talk about like how the translation is eternal youth or something like that. Like, not like real immortality. I don't know.
Yeah, because in the anime it's immortality. Like,
do they say that in the anime?
Doflamingo said it was immortality. Like,
man, this is one of those things, man. If I spoke Japanese, I'd be able to tell you right now, bro. I'll tell you right fucking now if it was immortality, bro.
Yeah, it definitely do be like that.
My man says, y'all, in Law Resort ending in the first turn, either person. I think we kind of are in agreement with that, right? Like,
it's definitely not going to be a long fight, 100%.
It would be like a couple seconds and it would just be over. Somebody would checkmate somebody real quick.
Yeah, either someone's getting slashed or someone's getting like fucking punctured while or whatever.
Yeah, or Zoro's like, like,
nah, I don't even.
I don't know, man. It's such a close fight, especially like right now.
All right. So final predictions. You gotta give me one answer. Who you taking?
Law.
I think I'm taking Law. I'm not gonna lie.
Law. I'm taking Zoro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got Zoro, bro. I can't front. But
I think.
Go ahead.
I think this for me the answer is like if this guy can teleport this nigga whenever he wants, I just don't see how Zoro beats him.
Yeah.
If not, it's definitely Zoro.
If not, Zoro folds him. But if Law's hockey is strong enough to beat Zoro, like to keep him in room, then Law wins like 100-0.
I think I agree on that.
The only way that Law is like definitively beating Zoro is if he, got the opportunity to use Awakening when Zoro, like he has to somehow set up the Awakening. But if not, in my opinion, it's just Zoro. And then on top of that, there was also something else. His attack is more impressive to me than what I mean. His attack potency is more impressive to me than even Law's Kroom, just because of the simple fact that most of the techniques that were shown to damage the Yonkos were all to be able to bypass their defenses to get into their internal organs, and at that point, they're susceptible to anything.
Yeah,
but it's another thing if you're dealing with that defense head on with your attacks and you're still penetrating it instead of bypassing it like all the other attacks do. Like Law's Kroom bypasses Big Mom's defense to get inside and stuff. Zoro's attacks are cutting into him, like getting through that defense head on to deal that potent damage, and it's still like insane to like. To me, if Zoro got that, if he got a hit off like that against Law, it's legit over.
Like, I completely agree. I think we all agree on those terms, right? Like, if the Haki's stronger, Law taking that. If Zoro doesn't have to eat, if Zoro can get to him, it's GG, bro.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
Okay, but before we go, is I think we can agree Zoro's going to be strong in Law in the end, though. Can I go?
Oh yeah, 100%, 1000%.
No matter how we
that's greatest. That's greatest swordsman in the world. Come on, bro.
Like the later the show goes on, the higher chances I think Zoro has of beating Law.
Yeah, 100. So you think right now he can't?
Right now, I think
that's
right
me.
Now,
personally, you think? Yeah.
Personally, I think right now Law beats Zoro, but I think the more the show goes on, Zoro fold Law.
Yeah, I can see how you get to that. Only time will tell, man. That's soon to be greatest swordsman in the world, man.
Yeah, about to say he's destined to be the greatest swordsman in the world, and so I mean, I don't know what that means for Law in terms of like, because he uses his devil fruit and stuff in code tangent with his sword, but he'll at least be top 3 by the end of the series.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, that was a nice little debate on Law versus Zoro. You guys should let me know in the comments on YouTube what you guys think would win that fight. You know what I mean? We're gonna go into the tier list since we were talking about the supernovas. We figured why not rank all the supernovas. So we got my tier list up right here. I got it on the stream. Can you guys see it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna rank all of them through S through C. I also have a tier for not enough info because I think there's 1 or 2 we don't know too much about. Might need to put them in there, but. Let's rank these bad boys, starting with our boy Luffy. I think there's no disagreement on where he's going.
Okay, wait,
right?
Do you want to start maybe like bottom to highest?
You want to do that? I was gonna go. I was gonna go in the order of that I see him on here. We can do. We can do.
It works. I'm fine with it.
Wait, so you want to rank them by the tier? Like who would be in C tier?
Start with that. Start with the worst.
Okay. Okay, let's do that. We can do it like that. So who do we have in C tier?
Okay.
This is the bottom tier. This is the bottom of the bottom.
Unfortunately, Hawkins. I think Hawkins is a cool character, but he's kind of ass.
He is legit by this point the weakest worst generation member. I mean weakest supernova. He's the weakest supernova in my opinion. He got
bro. I fuck with Hawkins, man.
I do too.
He's sick, but like, yeah.
I like him.
It's not that he's weak, but like compared to all the other supernova, he is the weakest. Like, the only way that he's not the weakest is if we find out Jewelry Bonnie is weak.
So I'm gonna put Bonnie in not enough info by the way, because you literally don't know anything about her. And Rouge.
Rouge is pretty strong though. Didn't he beat a sweet commander?
Yeah,
he did. He beat Cracker. Wait,
no, he beat Snack.
Cracker,
Snack is the unofficial. I mean, Snack is the official sweet commander that we never saw.
Let's put him at least over Hawkins then.
Yeah.
So would you say?
In fact, you know what's funny is I brought this panel up as soon as we were going to talk about. I went all the way back to chapter 837 to get this quote. when Brule was talking shit to Luffy and Nami about the worst generation. And she said, I quote, "Now that I think about it, during these past 2 years, a few of your colleagues had the misfortune of wandering into Mama's territory. Captain Kidd, Apu, the Roaring Sea, Capone Beige, and Urge the Mad Monk." And she said, other than Beige, they all got quickly escorted from the island without even getting the chance.
Other than Beige or Rouge?
Except the Rouge who beat Snack. So,
okay, it was Rouge. Yeah, okay.
So it's a flex for him, which is better than Hawkins. Because I don't even think Hawkins. Honestly, I don't think Hawkins can even be the commander at this point. So
do you? But is that one fight enough to rank him? That's the only thing we've seen from him, right?
But it's also the portrayal too, like the fact that okay, Kaido's crew is based off of hierarchy, and so even if you don't think One Piece in general, the crew positions are about hierarchy, Kaido's crew is definitively about hierarchy based off of power. Mm-hmm. And where does Hawkins measure? He end up being a headliner, which is like it's pretty a headliner is not asked per se, but
it's definitely nothing to write home about. I see what you mean.
And what's above that? Toby Ropo. And who got Toby Ropo? That's also in the worst generation. Freaking what's his name? Drake and stuff. So and then on top of that, the fights he been in against the worst generation, against Luffy when he fought Luffy and Zoro, mostly Zoro, I'm gonna say, when he brought out his wooden move or whatever that voodoo move was.
Yeah.
What was it? I forgot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The straw man.
The straw man thing.
The straw man.
Zoro kind of mid to low dip that, and that was the strongest thing I think I ever seen Hawkins do.
Yeah. His song.
Killer ran through that shit too.
Yeah, and Killer, and the only reason why Killer even struggled in that fight was because he held Kid hostage. It basically he has to do something to someone you care about and intrinsically tie himself to someone you care about in order for him to be a threat. But if he's not doing that, you just keep killing his lives until he dies. You just run through him. He hasn't even before the time skip. Kizaru, he beamed him once, and he was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna just keep spamming this until you die." He just run through him.
To be fair, he was doing that to all of them, though. If we're being honest.
But here's the thing: Hawkins had the least impressive showcase so far among all the Supernova outside of jewelry.
I'm not disagreeing Hawkins C though. I was just wondering if we can use that one fight to rank a Rouge in general, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all agree, then we can put him in B tier. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, Rouge took out when he went big on when they invaded Sabodi with those pacifistas, and Rouge was the only one that took one out kind of by himself.
Oh yeah, Rouge fucked up a pacifista.
Yeah.
Did he during Sabodi the first time?
Because they showed his power where he would keep getting bigger and bigger.
He just fucking dunked on
him.
We gotta put him with Hawkins.
Literally no other Supernova pre-time skip was able to 1v1 a pacifista or at least do major damage to one. I don't remember if he exactly took it out, but he did some damage to it. He really that was the only person that did major damage to one like that by himself.
Oh yeah.
It was it's kind of insane. When he got this big. And then
he started washing this shit. Yo, he started foaming him, bro.
Yeah, he's 1v1.
Yo, how is he doing it to this guy?
Bro, the whole crew was couldn't fucking pacifista, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was three of them to fight him.
Right. Straw Hats needed their entire crew to take one down. Law and Kid teamed up to take one down. And they're
by himself, bro.
Rouge is
he's by himself. And then he got
Kizaru pulled up. This is the funniest thing.
This was the pacifista.
Oh, there's another laser. Oh, okay.
Yeah, now the pacifista ate that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Even still, he was able to do that.
He let his guard down, but he was getting that pacifista where everyone else like they needed like solid teamwork.
Yeah, no, I agree. To be able to even knock him down is definitely a feat in its own. Fog also brought up that Arouge lost to Cracker immediately after he beat Charlotte, and that's how he ended up leaving the island with the rest of the Novas that wandered or whatever.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that.
Well, I mean, he beat a Sweet Commander though. Period.
Yeah.
Rouge was saying that like none, even she said. Well, we got information later that Kid like fought a Sweet Commander, but Apu and who else was it? Capone Beige. They all fought Snack and definitively lost. And we would put them above Hawkins, I would assume.
Okay.
So
okay. So Rouge B is fine.
By like properties and by portrayal, I would say Rouge, especially since he's the only one that took out a commander.
Yeah.
We gotta put him.
I'm with that.
We gotta put him in a tier higher than Hawkins at least.
Okay, so B is fine. Would you guys put anybody else in C? Yeah, go ahead.
We gotta talk about Capone Beige next, maybe, because everyone else is in Wano, right?
Wait, so are we going by characters or by tiers?
Because Mike. Now we gotta talk about like the next tier, right? There's like.
So you don't think nobody else is in C tier?
No.
Wait, no. I don't know. I don't know about characters that could be in that tier.
Who do you feel like should be in C tier?
I'm not saying no should be in C tier. I'm just saying characters in that area. You know, like that, like the bottom like 2 or 3.
Oh, bottom 2
right?
or 3. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Would be like because we know the top 5.
Yeah. Okay. So if we want to talk about Beige,
so Beige, Apu, and Drake, like, are they C or B? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do like?
All right. Let's start with Beige. I say Beige B.
Beige B?
I think it's a solid B.
And we let him have his crew and all that. That's the only reason Zelfer's powerful, by the way. Because he has like, I was gonna say some crazy shit. He has a lot of his men with him. You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot of men inside him, bro.
I was literally about to say just that, bro. I caught myself.
Wow.
So it's him and the Mandem, right?
Yeah. We're not ranking him by himself. It's part of his power.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of his power. So like, no, this is pretty strong. Like he instantly turned tables on Sanji and them, right?
Now literally just has an army whenever he needs it. It's kind of broken.
And then on top of that, we also have to talk about some of his feats too, like the fact that his castle transformation was able to tank some of Big Mom's attacks.
Yeah.
Which is by itself extremely impressive.
Bro, at one point, she was beating the shit out of him. He was just eating it.
Yeah.
His defense is crazy.
Eating it.
Yeah. His defense is definitely crazy.
Defense is insane.
Low-key, I'd put Capone above Rouge, though.
I can agree with that. I think Capone will probably be top of B by the time it's said and done. I don't think he's enough to be A.
Really against
I
this.
don't know.
He's saying Big Mom was doing severe damage to him without Haki. Was he tanking it? I don't really remember that much of a World Kick. I'm not gonna lie.
Was he tanking it?
I remember in the anime at least.
He wasn't tanking in the sense that he was just like eating it. Like
he wasn't eating it, but he wasn't going down because she was just like punching the shit out of him in the anime, and he was just sitting there, just kind of just taking them.
Was it after? Was it this after she went crazy? I don't remember when it was.
No, it was before because she had just stopped crying from Mother Caramel's picture.
Oh yeah, Candy. Then it was the second.
Oh yeah, so it was that one then. Yeah.
Yeah, so she wasn't like suffering from hunger pains yet, but she was like climbing him and like punching him and all that shit. And that was just impressive on its own. Like,
oh nah, this nigga was hurting. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This nigga was hurting, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga like... fell out first punch, bro.
No, he is folded.
Yo, look, he's suffering. Oh nah.
He wasn't go down though.
Like,
not go down.
He definitely kept the castle form and shit. Yeah, he was definitely still up here.
He was still trying, bro.
And then on top of that, he still couldn't take a Sweet Commander, unlike Rouge. Rouge was able to actually defeat a Sweet Commander. Rouge couldn't. I mean, not Rouge, but Beige wasn't able to. This was impressive though. Like the fact that like she's punching him multiple times, even though he went down with that one punch. But like,
I mean, but like, I feel like for him to still be able to keep his power up while doing that, I do gotta give him some credit, even though he's definitely getting folded.
That's I mean, because he's taking hits from Yako, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I put Aruj above him, in my personal opinion, because, like I say, he still couldn't defeat a sweet.
I guess, yeah.
Who has Beige taken a W over anybody in the series, like in a fight?
I mean, like he never really had a direct scrap. I feel like,
Right.
He hasn't fought anyone directly.
Yeah, he like caught something them off guard, and then in Hoki he was more like a lot of support. I feel like.
All right, so Mod, I got a question for you. Do you think that what's this nigga's name again? Aruj. Do you think that Aruj could take a hit from Big Mom?
Do I think Aruj could take a hit from Big Mom?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because if we're comparing feats, you know what I'm saying? I just wanna.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard because we haven't really seen too much.
Yeah. I think this is my personal opinion. I think I'm gonna say that Beige has when he's in that mode, he might have the superior defense, but that's just about it. I think his offensive potency is not as good as Aruj.
Right.
While he still has decent defense on top of that. So it's like Beige max stat of defense is higher than Aruj, but Aruj has the power stat and his defense stat is
still not that much lower. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I think
I can agree with that.
I agree with that, and also like, so I think putting it all together, like he had the dub versus Snack, showing into Bodhi versus the Pacifista. I probably put Aruj over Beige.
Okay. I'm down with that. All right.
You got to talk about El Drake and Apu.
How y'all feel about Apu?
I don't want to put this nigga Apu. I put him in F tier, bro. I did not.
I rate it, bro.
I do not like this nigga.
Fuck that nigga.
Stop it.
Just put Apu in the very just garbage. Just.
You're making a trash.
I hate this nigga Apu. I used to love Apu. He used to be the one I was so excited about to learn, and then he just turned out to be a fuckboy. And I just started hating this nigga every time I see him, bro.
They got a nigga crying out here like,
bro,
oh god.
Every time I looked at him, because when I got to Samani, he was the one I was most interested in, him and Hawkins, and both the niggas turned out to be ass, bro.
Wait. Okay. I have to fight for Apu a little bit here because that's just crazy to me.
Nah, I'm with you, bro.
Look,
I'm with you, Mod.
Hawkins was garbage. That man has not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would switch it. I would put Apu in C and Hawkins in trash if we're gonna do that.
I wouldn't even put Apu in C though. Like I know he was kind of off guard, but yo, he kind of
strong.
Did a number on
he's strong,
bro.
I'm just mad because like.
Yeah, this 83 is actually a hater. Like,
yeah, I'm just a hater.
He's okay. Apu feet time. So
okay, we'll be real.
Okay, Apu feet time. But pre-time skip, when he was introduced and Kizaru came, he was technically the only one to do some kind of damage to Kizaru.
Yeah.
Something. Everyone else, they got folded. I mean, he got folded too. But like the fact that like he because who did he come to save? Hawkins. Yeah. He went to save Hawkins. Because right
Why?
here. Exactly.
We just doing a Samadi watch party right now, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's where we got the most info from most of them, to be honest.
Yeah. And right here, as you see, he's saving Hawkins, who would have died literally by the next beam spam. So, like, he saved him, and surprised him. If he wasn't the admiral,
I don't even remember this.
Anyone else, they might have got folded.
Nigga popped his arm. Jesus Christ!
I'm saying I didn't even know he could do that, bro.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, post time skip, he was the only the whole community was in an uproar when he folded Zoro and Luffy. Like the whole community was in a freaking uproar. Everyone was like, Apu's stronger than that. Like it was such a community discussion. Like what the fuck? Like everyone was pissed. But the fact that he could sneak them too, and they both are hockey masters of observation, and Luffy even got future sight, and the fact that he was able to do that, the fact that like it takes someone to tell you about his ability for you to thoroughly counter him, and he was holding his own against Drake and Zoro for a little while.
He was actually, yeah.
Hey yo, Sanji brings up a good point in the chat. Like yo, Zoro used Shishi Sonson on him, and he actually got up after that, and then he was fighting Drake for a while, and then him and I think he took a Shigan before from the CPU0.
Yeah.
Still was able to run. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, no, Apu's strong.
Yeah, I think
actually
yo,
a really strong
like
character.
low-key, we should put above these niggas in B, bro.
Yeah.
You think he's top of B?
I think he's over those two for now.
I don't know. I either think he's top of B or like the very, very bottom of A, like one of the two.
Ooh, we got our first A placement. Jeez.
All right, I low key, I'm agreeing. I don't know.
He was strong enough to like do damage to Luffy and Zoro after getting folded by people previously.
Yeah,
and
but once you figure out but D3, once you figure out his ability, is he an A tier nigga though?
Once you figure out his ability, I mean, I don't know, because I feel like he's the kind of character, if you fight him for the first time, you're gonna get matchup checked to shit.
I'm saying.
Yo,
Literally, music and shit, bro.
Man's a scrub killer character. That's crazy.
Yo, Apu is so good, right? That he defends himself against two close range specialists. One is a Zoan user who is like, Zoans are naturally godlike up close, and one is a 3-sword style. 3 swords, and you're freaking defending yourself like get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm like, what? No.
Okay, wait, I gotta read that chapter again. See if it was like y'all describing it right now.
Everybody in the chat is like, he's definitely not A, but I don't know, man.
All right, so let's keep him B for now.
We'll keep him top of B.
Yeah, once we fill out the tier list, then we can get a better idea where we can put people.
Okay, Drake has to be below beige, bro. No cap. That nigga's a fucking scrub. He did nothing. I think he's pretty strong.
Okay, wait. Chill.
Bro.
Okay, look.
Bro, but he took out a number, bro. He's already.
Numbers are compared to as ors.
Bro.
No, he one-tapped a number, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. The funniest part, I was kind of being sarcastic.
I know, Calvin. That's what I'm saying, bro. I know this guy got, bro. Nah, but like, fam, this nigga. Like, bro, literally the whole raid, bro. What did he do?
It was literally, it was actually literally just the number. I'm not gonna lie.
He couldn't even finish the CPU0 nigga, and that's why Luffy lost. Like, what did he do, bro? He told Zoro, "Don't worry, I got Apu. I got Apu, bro." This nigga Apu, a menace still, like alive and out kicking, bro. This nigga fucking scrub, bro.
I'm kind of with Yhuss. He did kind of like fumble the bag like 4 times in a row.
Like, bro, this okay, like I don't know how,
bro.
Okay, he probably is pretty strong. Maybe we can go off that, you know. But fuck, I can't. We can't put him over Apu. Apu actually did way more than that nigga, bro.
Okay, yeah, Apu did more, and this is a perfect instance right here of feats versus portrayal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I agree.
Drake has the better portrayal, but he doesn't have the better feats. So if at this point you got to. What matters more to you at this point? The thing is, we're talking about Drake's portrayal and some of his accomplishments. You know, we can list it off: Supernova, Toby Ropo, which is higher than Hawkins and is like only lower to the calamities. He took out a number, which is comparable to Oars. Luffy went Gear 4th, mind you. I mean, he may not have needed Gear 4th, but it is something to note. Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, he's also a former rear admiral. Also, like he has mass accolades under his belt, so his portrayal would make me say that he's like low A tier, or at the very least, at the very top of B tier. I
agree with you. I completely agree with you. But now we gotta talk about what actually happened in the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, like I don't even mean to be a hater. I'm actually trying to be funny. Like,
no, I agree. You gotta bring up the facts, man.
Like this, like you're actually spitting when you say like they showed him to be like he was fighting the numbers with all them, and like he's a Toby Ropo. But man, I don't know, man. This nigga did absolutely.
He's definitely he has accolades, but not accomplishments. Like
he
has the titles and all that, but
and on screen accomplishments that we see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so wait, there's something else I almost forgot. Does it matter? What was her name from the Toby Ropo that fought Robin? I forgot.
Maria, Black
Maria.
Yeah, Black Maria. She commented when the Toby Ropo were introduced that Drake will probably be the next in line to be a calamity among them. Now, you could say she may not, she's lying or whatever. I don't know, but like
that is a big claim.
Yeah,
That
I mean, yeah,
that's a big claim, but like at the same time, I don't really feel like it goes for much for the fact that when Drake had to show himself or his strength, he just couldn't do it anytime.
It don't live up, man. It don't live up to the hype, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like
me personally, bro, I would
might have thought a lot of him, but that nigga was a bag fumbler. Like he.
Yeah, he's a bad. That's a great way to put it, bro.
I think it's one of those rare situations that in One Piece you have a high expectation because of portrayal or whatever else, and then the bag is fumbled because of like how Oda chooses to write the character. To like okay, Drake is like Sanji in the fact that like for a long time in the community, Sanji was like the butt of a lot of jokes because he couldn't get a dub for a long time in the New World, and Drake is kind of in that same way of being shown here. The thing is about Sanji and Drake and characters like them, they're usually used as measuring sticks for the other characters to show like, hey, this character is strong, right? They got mass portrayal. Like, look at what I'm telling you that they are about. But look at this other character that's just still whooping them despite that. So it's like, is that really like, okay, well, fuck it, Drake, you're just shitty. You shouldn't be losing to this guy. Or is it more like, okay, wow, you know, Drake is supposed to be this strong, but this guy is just that much stronger.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I think Drake just shitty, and he shouldn't be losing to that guy. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way a stack, bro. Like, it's even like, if you're as strong as they portray you to be, then you shouldn't be getting folded as much, bro. I think that's just how I feel. All right, so where do y'all think? What's y'all placement? What do y'all think?
Drake,
I say end of B. I say end of B.
I'm with that. I'm fucking with that.
I'm sorry, Mud.
Yeah, I guess for now we'll just put him B tier. And I don't know about the end of B. I think that's drastic, but
you think
you put him over? Who would you put him over?
You think he's over Veggie? You think he's over Veggie?
I can see the argument for Capone.
I think he's definitely over Capone.
I can see the argument for that. I'm fine with that.
I could accept that. Yeah, I could accept that.
And the fact, I mean, here's the thing. I use portrayal a lot for One Piece because, I mean, feats, it's not like Dragon Ball where they show a lot of feats and like Naruto and stuff like that. So portrayal is kind of pretty important to me. So for me, the fact that like Drake was in a better position than Apu, who, and we, like I said before, Kaido's crew is that definitively about hierarchy. Like your strength matters to your position. I would personally put Drake above Apu. Now, did he show it in a way that makes it feel good? No, I will admit that. But I mean, Arthur's intent and narratively speaking, I must say he's above him. He just didn't have the best showcasing of his full potential.
I'm not.
Facts.
I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go. You go ahead.
I don't know if I can agree with you, Mod, because I'm talking about the portrayal thing. Because how can you rate what their portrayal is higher than what they actually did? Like, portrayal is cool and all, but if they don't live up to how they're portrayed, then that sullens it a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah.
You are right, and here's my counter argument to that. Shouldn't Luffy at that point then be lower than Apu?
Wait, what? Hello?
Hello? Okay, yeah.
I see what you're saying. I didn't know where you're gonna go with that.
No, please go ahead, because I need some explanation.
Yeah. So if you think about it, if feats are all that matters, technically Luffy lost to Apu. If you get knocked out in One Piece, that's a dub. So here's the thing: Luffy was never able to redeem himself from that fight against Apu. So at that point, you know, we could say Apu knocked out Luffy. That's a feat. So how is he at that? How do you at that point get to measure that Luffy is stronger than Apu? Simple. You use portrayal and you use him scaling to other characters to determine that Luffy is above Apu. Because sure, Luffy didn't get to redeem himself against Apu, but he fought and dealt with someone that was stronger than Apu. and he's tussling, holding his own. So we would confidently say, okay, at that point, Luffy is stronger than Apu.
Okay, I can agree with that, but Drake hasn't fought to beat anyone.
Well, like I said,
and then so that's where you're saying the rules come in and how he's viewed and his titles and accolades and etc.
That was a fire point, but you shouldn't have started with Beige be stronger than Luffy.
Yeah. See that shit definitely threw me off. I'm not gonna cap, bro. That shit definitely threw me off.
Fire explanation and everything. I knew where you were going, like in terms of like what you're expected to do and how things go. And I guess you could say that Beige thing, Luffy thing was a head-to-head and situational thing where he caught him off guard, they didn't know his power, all that. But like you said, and then we go from he's fighting Kaido. Like everyone knows Luffy's stronger than Beige because of how the story is, right?
But are we talking about Beige or Drake? We're talking about Drake, right?
But I meant Apu. Sorry, Apu. I meant Apu.
I mean Apu. Apu. Whoever we were talking about.
The Apu and Luffy thing, right?
Yeah, we've been mixing them all up. No cap.
They're all fucking scrolls. But
no cap.
Apu, that was like a that beginning statement.
So wow. Where would you put him then, Mod?
Like I said, if it was up to me, I would put him Okay, here's the thing. Drake didn't have a strong showcasing, but I believe that's the part of the reason is because of the conditions that were met. I believe that if Apu and Drake had a legit true 1v1 where there were no interruptions, no circumstances that made things kind of tricky, because you got to remember, Drake and Zoro, even though they were both kind of tag teaming against Apu, they were trying to get what he had. So they were more frantic, more like, give me that shit, like da-da-da. And Apu just he didn't have to fight them. He could just he just played defense, which you could argue is harder than going straight offense.
Yeah. Okay.
But they were also kind of frantic too. So the conditions didn't lead for those fights to be like definitive, in my opinion. But I do thoroughly believe if they had a sit down where it's like, okay, no interruptions, nothing that like sways how we choose to fight each other, a true 1v1, I do believe that Drake would come out on top. I do believe that. And that's only based off of portrayal.
Low-key, I agree with you.
Yeah. Because the conditions matter. The conditions matter
exactly.
in One Piece.
But at the end of the day, this guy, Drake could not get it done, right? Like, that's how it went. So,
okay,
personally, I would put him right where he is. Like, maybe, I think the Rouge is a weird one because I think in the end, because we're going to see him later, he's going to be stronger, of course.
Yeah.
And we're seeing people in Wano, and the last time we heard about Rouge was in Whole Cake, right? So that's kind of a weird placement. I'm not worried about where he is in relation to that. As long as he's below Apu, I'm good, bro.
Wait, so Ma, you never gave me a placement. Where do you think? Because I have a strong feeling you think otherwise.
I would say above Apu, probably at the top of B tier to low A tier, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't get behind that, bro.
There's only 5 characters left, right?
Yeah.
So I would put him at, like I said, at the top of B tier or at the low end of A tier.
I don't know if I could get behind that one, Chief.
I mean, I get it. It for me, I'm just saying, I respect everyone's opinion.
Yeah, no, 100%.
100%.
Yeah, for me personally, even though I joke a lot about Drake and how he keeps fucking up and shit like that. His portrayal is still there.
I agree with you. I think he's probably stronger. Like you said, in those conditions, like one-on-one, no Apu couldn't run or anything like that. Drake would get the dub. I agree with you. I completely agree with you.
So you switching your opinion wise? You think he's top of B?
I still what we've seen in the story. I would not put him.
All right. So how about we split the middleman? I'll give you him over what's his name, over Rouge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Everybody fine with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
now we get to like the big 5. We're gonna talk.
We all know who's next. Okay, now guys, I gotta say, is Killer the same tier of strength as those?
Oh wait, but before that, can I do this? Can we just give Luffy his own tier? Because he's
real ass nigga right here. Real ass nigga right here.
That's go, bro.
If argues this, bro, I don't even know what to say.
That's go, bro. Come on, there's no disagreements with that, right? That's
okay. Now my point is now not what I was gonna say, because I was gonna say if Luffy's his own thing in S and the other 4 fill out A, then I was gonna say is Killer on the same level as all those guys, but now we can move it around a little bit. So I wasn't gonna say what I was gonna say, but we all know Killer's next.
Killer or Law?
Killer. We all know Killer is next at some point. Like he's definitely gonna be the next one we talk about in terms of strength, because the other 3 are definitely stronger than him.
Okay, yeah. So we just do Killer. Yeah, I'd say A.
He's an A for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Killer's A.
okay,
Yeah.
now the hard part.
This is hard. This is very hard. This goes into what we were talking about earlier and everything, man. This is tough.
Even on Zoro and Law, so it's tough, man.
All right,
bro, this is actually crazy.
All right, I think we just pick a character and start. Let's just start. All right, we'll start with Kid.
I agree.
Kid is stronger than Killer. He's the captain, so 100%. He either has to be top of A or S tier.
I think they're all three. In my opinion, if we have Luffy in his own tier of his own, I think. Why is my camera changing so much? I think they're all three.
All three of them are S.
Yeah, I think they're all three S tier. I just think it's the order of which we put them that matters.
I can agree with that.
Okay. So here's the thing. Zoro already fought Killer, and I know that like Killer wasn't in his complete right mind.
He was still Bishop, no cap.
He also didn't have his weapons of choice. And I remember Killer was saying like, to Zoro, like, if I had my shit, I would have beat you. And Zoro was like, nah, fuck off. Like, but here's the thing.
That would be a Ross fight.
It would be.
It was. But Zoro didn't have his all his weapons either. He didn't have Shusui. So the thing is, at this point, Zoro, I think, is confidently portrayed higher than Killer. I think that when it comes to portrayal and feats, like we said earlier with the verses and stuff like that. We talked about attack potency and everything and speed and all that. I would probably put Zoro next. Then after that, it's a toss-up between Kid and Law. I would probably, because based off of portrayal and everything else, I think Kid would be second and Law would be third. That
is actually a hot-ass take. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Wait. So we all agree they're all S tier then, at least, right? And we just want to get the order?
They're all S tier, but in my opinion, the order is definitely Law first.
Law first? Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's Law.
Oh, shit.
And I think it's Zoro. And then actually, no. Right now, as it stands, I think it's Law, then Kid, then Zoro.
Loki, I'm kind of on board with that.
Law, Kid, then Zoro?
Yeah,
just off for Big Mom, bro? Oh,
bro,
my
she's
God.
Yonko, bro.
Bro, oh, man.
Actually, I take it back. I'm going to put Zoro above, I put Zoro above. If y'all two agree with what it is right there, the only thing at that point I would change is I would put Zoro above Kid.
Okay, but why?
I mean, okay.
I gotta hear why.
Okay. So like I said before in our discussion, excuse me, Zoro was able to single-handedly cut up Kaido. I don't know whose defense is portrayed as better between them two, or if they're flat out even.
I'm pretty sure I want to say Kaido. Yeah, I want to say Kaido.
Big Mom.
Yeah.
Okay. So, given with that knowledge, right, the fact that it takes Law still technically the only thing that Law was able to do to significantly hurt Big Mom was use his awakening to do it. But Kid, sorry. Kid, he had to use his awakening and stuff. But Kid can't keep you. I mean, it is weird that they said this in the manga, where they were like, "Oh, I can only use it this one time or whatever, and after that I'm done." But they were still able
bro,
to
that's anime shit. Niggas always this is my last attack, and then do that shit 5 more times.
And he does it 20
every time, bro. That's anime shit.
That's Luffy last Gear 4, and he does it 6 more times.
But if the only way that Kid can get an attack potency that's high enough to damage a Yonko is by using his awakening, which is supposed to deplete him immediately if he doesn't or whatever, then I'm giving it to Zoro because he probably has more access to that kind of power all the time, or at least more often than Kid does, unless he wants to risk it for the biscuit. So
yeah, Zoro was throwing out Advanced Conquerors willy-nilly versus King too.
And it didn't seem like there was any drawbacks to it outside of the fact that like he was already doped up on drugs that killed him over.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever there's a drawback to Conqueror's Haki, right? You just use that shit. I don't think we've ever seen someone get tired from using too much Conqueror's Haki or whatever.
No, I don't think we've seen nothing like that. Yeah, so like, I low key see what Strawhat's saying.
I feel like we also have to take into account that it was 2v1 with Law versus Kid.
And like we said, the context situation changes things and how things are, right? Like, this is so tough, bro. I don't know.
We would also say, but see, here's another side of the argument too. That's why I can understand why it's hard to even put him above them two. It's because we would say that the leap from a commander level to Yonko level is drastic. Like Big Mom folded Queen like super easily. She didn't even try. And Marco, like, he almost like got fucked up. And like a commander to Yonko is drastic in like level. So if we're putting Zoro above Law and Kid, then that's like saying, because those two defeated a Yonko. So that's like saying that he's Yonko tier almost. Do we agree with that? Yes or no?
Well, wait. Were you saying that Luffy's definitely Yonko tier because those two were scrapping one by themselves, right?
What I'm saying is that, like, if you put Zoro above Law and a Yonko's power is tippy top of the food chain, and 2 levels down or a level and a half down, whatever it is like a Yonko commander. The thing is, Zoro defeated a Yonko commander. Kid and Law together defeated a Yonko. So if you put them two above, if you put Zoro above them two, that's almost like saying that Zoro is like Yonko caliber at this point, right?
But the thing is, though, like we've seen in the Kaido fight, Zoro has the capability of affecting that tier of fight, right? Like, he can definitely do major damage to a Yonko. I think
I just don't think he could beat a Yonko.
Because I wouldn't put Kid and Law in Yonko tier. I put Luffy in Yonko tier, but not Kid and Law, because like it was 2v1. Right. You know what I'm saying? And also, I realized another thing, that the combination of their abilities was also very clutch. One thing about Kid's Devil Fruit is that he can create these big, huge things that can contend with Big Mom's size and sheer, area of effectiveness, right? Zoro is just on his ones, a small target compared to Big Mom. Can he? I think the combination of Devil Fruits help them match her fucking broken abilities. But I wouldn't be surprised if Zoro had similar impact in a fight with Yonkos like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't put Kid and Law in Yonko tier. I literally do not think they're that much at all above Zoro. I just think their Devil Fruits had a great matchup, and maybe that's why they're more effective in this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Do you agree with that? Is like Kid and Law not Yonko tier yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think individually they are.
No, I don't think individually they are.
I do think Law's the strongest out of the 3, but I think the only one that's actually Yonko tier right now is Luffy.
Oh, without a doubt, he's scrapping Kaido. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think Luffy's much stronger than all of these 3. Like, he's actually
that's why he got to be in his own tier. 100%.
That's why he's in his own tier.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, I actually don't think Law and Kid are that much stronger than Zoro, if at all, because it's just like they have fucking broken Devil Fruits that contend with Big Moms. That's what I'm saying. Like,
real quick, do y'all think that if Kaido did like Thunder Bagua against them, like how he did to Luffy at the beginning of Wano, they would get knocked out?
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, on the one, yo, bro, Kid took Big Mom doing a spin move 360, like 2-hand swing with Napoleon, right, on electricity, right?
Yeah.
And he got up.
That's true.
Right, like.
I don't see Zoro being above these 2. Like, just me personally, I just don't see it.
I don't know if I can agree, bro. Damn.
So tough, bro.
This is hard, bro. Go ahead.
Callie, how do you feel?
What are you thinking, bro?
I think that Law and Kid's feats are a little bit dampened by the fact that they work together. Meanwhile, all Zoro's feats have been solo, so I have to give him a little bit more credit. My personal opinion, if I had to rank these three, I would probably say Zoro, Law, Kid. I'd probably say.
Okay.
Because I just feel like Zoro's his feats are crazy, man. His shit was all solo. Like I just can't rate Law and Kid the same. That's why I keep double backing every time you guys say that they're fucking Yonko killers, because like they did it. Like I'm not even trying to take that away from them, because they definitely did it, but it was definitely 2-on-1. You know what I mean? Like
I can see the reasoning for you want Zoro over Kid, but I just still cannot see why you want Zoro over Law. That just doesn't.
Maybe I'm just a Straw Hat fanboy, bro. I ain't gonna cap. It might just be Straw Hat bias, bro.
We're going up in terms of power and feats. I still think Law is stronger right now in this moment, and then but Zoro has more feats, I guess you could say. But
even then, you might not be able to say that honestly. Like Law out here doing some crazy shit, right? Like just versus the.
Here's the thing:
I can respect that.
If you were to swap Law for Zoro and Kid versus Big Mom, do y'all think that fight would have been more definitive?
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, bro, I actually think those two those two being there probably would have been better than Zoro being there, because of just how their devil fruits are. Like they can just contend with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, he was creating these huge like mechanical crashes. The assigned thing, they were actually able to mitigate and move her to get into Law's huge hits. Like, and I don't know, not that Zoro couldn't do that damage. I don't know, man. I don't know like
Zoro
how to
beat
put
Big Mom in a 1v1. I just don't.
No one is saying that, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to make sure.
We're not going that far.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure.
There's also some things I remember that also gives Zoro a decent fight, gives Zoro a decent chance against Big Mom. One of the things that I remember off the top of my head is when on Roof Piece, when Zoro was going for the cut against Kaido wasn't thinking about dodging it. But Big Mom yelled at him like, Kaido, you need to move. That sword, there's something weird about that fucking sword. So if it had Big Mom like kind of worried, you know, for the safety of Kaido, who we assume has the better defense, then like, you know, and that was before the Conqueror's Haki. So I mean,
yeah, that wasn't the Conqueror's Haki.
Like if Zoro gets close to Big Mom, he might have a chance, low key, at like, you know, doing some damage to her without Conqueror's Haki, maybe.
Yeah, and that Ashura was a broken bone as Zoro, bro.
Yeah.
And then and another thing, he got Kinemon's fire cutting technique. So
yeah,
he can cut Prometheus. Yeah,
That's
Prometheus.
Crazy. Like,
So Prometheus can't do shit against Zoro.
Bro, Callie, like, you know, I'm like on the low. I'm low key right with you, bro. Like, on the low.
That's crazy because
I'm just trying to find a way to say it. You know?
You're bringing up good points though. I can't argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, Law's definitely showing his shit this arc, man.
Right, but I think here is where the matchups come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think Law is demonstrating how useful his fruit is fighting fucking monstrosities like these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Law's devil fruit is just too fucking broken, bro. His fruit is fucking ridiculous.
I just think Law is like easily the strongest of the three. I feel like you could do whatever you want with.
Easily is a strong word, fam.
Yeah, easily is crazy, bro.
We just had the whole discussion where like we went even almost.
Personally, on in tier of just like capabilities, I still think Law is stronger than Zoro at this point in time. I don't really. Zoro and Kid could be a toss up, however you want.
Okay, but is Law doing the damage that Ashura did to Kaido to either of them, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with Kroom.
I
think so. Yeah, with Kroom, I think so.
I don't know,
I mean, here's the thing: when she
this shit finna go another hour and a half.
Yeah,
here's the
it's
thing,
hard, man.
When Law used Kroom, right, and then freaking Kid used his like electromagnetic disruptor gun,
proton cannon.
Yeah, like freaking we'll just call it proton cannon. When he used that, and then he had to use proton cannon, and Big Mom they said was like still chuckling, like she's just like y'all about to fucking die. Like as soon as I fucking get up, y'all are dead. So like, it's like, and they were making a big deal out of it. Like, damn, they did those attacks, and she still like, you know, whatever. And she was already tired and stuff at that point too. You know, Kaido was still kind of fresh when he got cut up by Zoro. You know what I mean? So I mean,
what? Okay, no, Skyward didn't do shit to him, so.
Yeah, I'm about to say, nah. He said y'all attacks aren't shit compared to Otis. He kept mocking him.
They
had that cool ass moment for his Kylo just brush it off and be like, nah, that was.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, that was crazy. So I mean, like I said, I think Zoro got higher attack potency than Chrome. Like his attack potent, like at least Ashura. Ashura is definitively, in my opinion, stronger than Chrome in terms of dealing damage.
I agree with you.
But
what about like versatility though? I think like Law.
This is why I'm leaning towards Law.
More versatile than Zoro.
Yeah. Law got the versatility edge over Zoro.
Yeah, I think Law is certainly more valuable in terms of what he can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think Law's like here, and like Zoro and Kid can do just whatever. But I feel like the top two are like Luffy, Law. Like
I'm with you.
Wait,
I just don't know about easily.
Let me ask you on this: why not Kid though?
Okay, so I also am trying not to do Kid dirty because I recognize he also had a big part in this whole thing. I just think Law has ability is just too broken. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Honestly,
I think
like, if you're just comparing the two, I need to cut you
like
off.
Law can do
you're so good.
what people can't. You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably find a good amount of fruit sword that can do what Kid can, or you know what I'm saying. But like Law's fruit is just fucking busted, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely way too versatile.
That's why I think at the end, like I don't think because like we're saying, like you know Zoro has the durability, probably Zoro power, just straight. I think at least a few of us feel like power. Zoro might have that, but like in terms of just what he can do with his fruit, is Law is just. I think he's much more valuable in these high level battles right now, at least.
Yeah.
Unless
Kid gets some crazy shit.
I think I'm cool with Law being first at least, but I don't think he's that much further at all than.
I could agree with that. That's fair.
So I'm fine with Law first. Kid and Zoro second and third, or is that how we feeling?
Where was the goal? I don't want to do him dirty.
Right, bro. Like, this is Zoro, man.
But this is also
Pirate Hunter Zoro, bro.
Fucking Zoro. It's Zoro Zoro, bro. It's Zoro fucking Zoro. I'm with you, bro. But this is also where that portrayal thing Strawhat talks about.
Yeah.
As an actor, right? Like these two are the ones that were in this fight. They were the Luffy's two rivals, right? Like,
and don't forget about the thing is. The monster trio of the Straw Hats, the monster are the monster trio portrayal within the Straw Hat crew. You can kind of say that Law, Kid, and Luffy are like the monster trio of the Supernova in a way.
100%, yeah.
At least that's what they're portrayed as.
Yeah.
The thing is like, and this is why I personally say I would put like I said, I put emphasis on like the story portrayal. If it's not like right now, I do think by at least the very end of One Piece, Kid would be considered above Law in my personal opinion. Oda has always portrayed Kid as the direct parallel and rival to Luffy, and not in the same way. Like Law has never had that kind of portrayal.
Yeah.
When Kid and Luffy were in that prison, they were competing against each other directly. Mind you, here's another fun fact. I mean, Luffy was using two hands to carry those stones. Law had one hand and he was carrying them. So like that's a little fun, like you know, thing. Like, oh wait, is Kid kind of like is he on the same plane as Luffy? Is he like low key kind of stronger? Like that type of thing makes you guess. Like Oda wants you to keep thinking that them two are on the same plane. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing with Kid. Now, among the 5 supernovas in Roof Piece, he was the only one that couldn't like definitively damage a Yonko. Even his subordinate could damage, but his overall power efficiency though is pretty decent. I mean, like I said earlier, he was able to scrap with Big Mom kind of 1v1 a little bit and get even the best of her in some small instances where I couldn't depend on Law for that. But I could always depend on Law for the damage and the versatility, like you said, D3 and everything else. So that's why it's hard for me personally to put like Kid below Zoro. But I can understand why. So like,
Yeah, I actually like.
I'm with Mod on this. Like, I do think it would be Kid than Zoro.
Even though Zoro's the GOAT.
Zoro is the GOAT. Zoro is the GOAT. I cannot deny that. But
yeah,
I really
and I understand.
think...
And like I said, I understand why it would be hard to put Zoro below Kid, because I mean, we just look at what the fuck he did. Like, oh my gosh, but like, I don't know. It's hard. It's
hard.
hard.
That's probably the hardest part of this whole thing.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Like, because I think, like we said, when it comes to the matchups, and if you put Zoro in there, like if you took Kid out for Zoro in that fight versus Big Mom, like, would he be able to set up Law the same way? Would that even be would it be Law setting up Zoro? You know what I'm saying? Like, we actually have no fucking idea.
I think I don't know. I don't think it would have.
I actually think that you wouldn't be able to make that comparison if you were to switch out Law. But I think if you were to switch out Kid for Zoro, I think that the fight would have went the same, if not even better. And the more that I think about it, because, like we said before, Kid's double food power is cool, but it's not unique. Like, it's something, his power doesn't give him anything that nobody else could do, you know what I'm saying? So Zoro could have very easily just used his attacks, possibly even done more damage, and still set up Law to do his abilities or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because like for the longest time, right, for they got that dub against Big Mom, and even on up to Roof Piece, a lot of people just like thought that Kid just can't do shit, because like he hasn't had good portrayal like that in throughout the series, at least compared to Luffy, because they have always been seen as like sort of equals.
Yeah.
But if you see what Luffy's done compared to what Kid's done, it's just like, okay, am I supposed to believe that Kid is like it's kind of hard for me to believe. So I get it too about that as well.
Yeah, we also have to take into account that is Ronora Zoro, future second hand to the king of the pirates, future world's greatest swordsman, bruh.
Emphasis on future, bro.
Oh no, D3, please, bro.
Wait, what did you say?
He said emphasis on future.
Allie's like, don't take this away from me.
Oh man, bro. All right, so what y'all thinking? What's y'all final?
The list is perfect as it is right now.
Yeah, I could not, I think in good conscience, put Zoro above Kid.
I would put Zoro above Kid, but if y'all agree, then I'll hold that.
Yeah,
I'll hold that. I'll hold that.
Now,
yeah, man.
Now I'm gonna try to push for Kid to to be above Law.
Oh nah, you lost me there.
You lost me.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Oh, Kid over Law, bro.
Let's hear it, though. Let's hear it, though.
Wait, hold up.
You talking to a brick wall on that one, bro.
Wait, let's have some open minds.
All right, okay. Go ahead.
Let's expand our brain power here. So, so here's the thing. Kid is trying to be a pirate.
Oh, bro.
I just like okay, but in all seriousness, like I said, my arguments would come down to the portrayal. He's supposed to be directly like linked to like Luffy in terms of direct rivalry. He's supposed to be the one. He has the equivalent of a first mate, just like the parallels are there. They both got first mates. They both first mates are supernovas, mind you, and are portrayed high as fuck, like just so strong. Kid also has the ambitions. He's just the reverse version of Luffy, whereas Luffy, he won't kill people for making fun of his dreams. Kid would. So the thing is, and in power wise, like I said, he's the only one that wasn't able to damage Yonko, but it turns well, at least before the awakening, I'll say that before the awakening. But the thing is, like, Law and Kid, when they were fighting Big Mom, like I said, he was getting the direct best of Big Mom, whereas like Law, he had to use sneak attacks a lot of the time, or catch her off guard or whatever to get his attack off. So if you were talking about like 1v1, I don't know. Maybe Kid could do something against Law in a 1v1 setting. I just think that, like, if we account portrayal, feats, and everything else, I personally would put Kid above Law for Arthur's intent and stuff like that. But yeah.
No, you bring up good points.
You do have good points.
In the Udon mine, when Luffy and Kid were going head to head, but at the end of the day, man, I don't know. Just from what we see, bro.
Like from where we are right now, I just think it's kind of hard to put Kid above Law.
Okay.
Later down the line, I
can see
the top 4 will be kind of like those top 2, 3, and 4 spots will be swapped around a bit.
Yeah.
But like as it is right now, I think it's like this is where.
I like today, Straw Hat. You actually made me think a little bit higher of portrayal versus actual actions or whatever. But I will still say that I can't see portrayal mattering as much as their actual actions. I do think that is worth more than I originally thought, but I still can't see it being worth more than what they actually do during an arc. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's just how I look at it.
Even one thing is when Big Mom mentioned, like people were using this to this kid, right? When Big Mom got up in the second last fight of that chapter, and she's like, "Man, I got broken bones and shit. Trafalgar's Law's techniques, man, is actually a pretty scary." Like, people were using that, right? Like but like those kind of things, like you can see how you could easily go like either way sometimes. Like I think for me, the Law and Kid, the Zoro and Kid thing, the Zoro and Kid specifically, to me that's a portrayal thing, like. Because it actually, in all reality, Zoro might be able to fight more people one-on-one than Kid can. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So it could always go. That tier can always go either way, I think.
Yeah, and I was also going to say that, like that time when Big Mom talked about, like, what's his name? Law's Devil Fruit doing so much damage to her. In that same chapter, though, when Kid stepped up to the plate, he was able to assign Big Mom, and that was like a miniature 1v1's, like, scuffle in situation, and he got the best of her. Not saying that he could do it like continuously throughout a 1v1, but the fact that he's shown capable of being able to do that whatsoever versus like someone like Law is like, that's why I have, like, for me. Okay, portrayal is important for at least One Piece just because of the simple fact that, like, you don't get many scaling comparison situations in One Piece, unlike, Naruto and Dragon Ball and stuff like that, and Bleach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have definitive power systems and hierarchies and stuff. Like, captains are better than lieutenants, and et cetera, so you can scale off of that. And Naruto, Hokages are better than Jonis, are better than Chunin, whatever, blah blah blah. And like, you don't even need to mention Dragon Ball power. Someone who could blow up a planet is stronger than someone who can't. So but One Piece is a lot more grand. It's a lot more
nuanced, 100%.
Yeah, so that's why portrayal to me, at least for this series, matters more than like portrayal in like some of those other series.
Yeah,
because like, and I was going to make a series about this, talking about like the legend factor of characters. Like the legend of Whitebeard and stuff. This man is said to be capable of to destroy the world and stuff. Now, did he literally destroy the world when he saw him? No, but do we think that's a prime example of portrayal? Do we think that he was capable of doing it? I would say maybe.
Yeah.
Sure. So we take those things into consideration, at least for One Piece, because a lot of the scaling of One Piece is the lore, the legend, the myth, the accolades, the stuff that you don't get to visually see, and what you hear from other characters tell you about them. That's like the scaling portion of One Piece, at least unless directly something happens, of course. But
man, it's the beauty of the story, man. I know I recently watched Pulp Fiction or whatever, and I was reading about what made that movie so great. People talk about Quentin Tarantino's like ability to just make dialogue so so impactful, and you gotta like listen to everything, and it puts you in the mood. It tells you about the world in just non-direct ways. One Piece is mad similar to that, right? Like you guys people talking about characters or battles or whatever. I don't want to spend too much time on the next thing, so I know like it's been an hour or something plus.
Yeah.
But I told Sky Sanji I would do it. So real quick, where you guys think we throw Sanji in there? Because I see this nigga avoiding the chat while and dissing this nigga. So where you think we throw?
Not
Like,
the,
real,
not the Sanji slander.
we don't gotta spend no time. I won't even defend too much. I just want to hear what y'all.
Sanji will be right behind Zoro.
Yeah, I say low S. I say bottom S, 100%.
Yeah, bottom S.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
bottom
what you
S.
think?
Yeah, I agree.
Some real niggas in here. I definitely agree. My nigga said high B. This nigga avoid
High B? Yo, what?
This nigga
This nigga, there's no
respectful, bro.
Who's in B?
He said Sanji's in B, bro.
High B, bro. I just have to. I told my man Sky Sanji I would get him, so I just have
Nah,
to.
absolutely not. He's definitely would round out the top 5 of this list. If
Yeah,
he
he
was
would,
on
he
here.
would definitely round out top 5.
High
There
B
you
is
go.
crazy, bro. For Sanji?
Crazy, bro.
For Blackfoot Sanji, bro?
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro.
Crazy. Bro.
It's
I had
funny.
to, bro. My bad, dog. I'm so sorry, boy. I had to, bro.
Basically,
Bro, if this was my chat, bro, you would got smoked for that. You would got smoked. That would have been it.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
so, like, wait, does that mean that? Okay, so that means we all definitively agree then that Sanji's overkiller.
Yeah,
He's not
100%.
on the same tier as Strength that nigga. Like Sanji above that nigga.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sanji.
100%.
Yeah.
Right below
So-
Zoro.
Isn't that crazy that Luffy is so above and 2 of his crew is like contesting with people in S and A tier? Like,
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of
crazy.
wild. It is kind of wild.
Every time Zoro does something, everyone's like, "This nigga's not the captain." Like,
Yo, you're right. It's been
Like,
Sanji's kind of getting up there though. Like Wano,
yeah,
I'm really
this is
excited.
hard.
I'm really excited to see like what Sanji can do like post Wano. Like I want to
Oda
see
gotta
actually
give him
just
more
how strong
scraps.
he can be, because that was the thing that worried me a lot when Jinbei originally joined the crew, because I'm like at that point I was of full mind that like Jinbei was stronger than Sanji.
Yeah,
before
agree.
he did the German shit.
I mean, he probably was when they joined, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, they had to. Oda had to give him the
He had
little
to give him
power up.
something,
This
'cause
arc.
Jinbei-
Yeah,
I do think Jinbei would have like folded Sanji like no cat without the German shit. I don't think it'd have been kind of a wash.
do you think? Okay, so we agree that Sanji is stronger than Jinbei, right? But
Right now,
like,
yeah. Right now,
Oh, wow.
yeah, for now. But let me ask you this: do you think Jinbei could have beat Queen?
Yeah, I do though.
yeah.
Yeah.
do
Okay.
you think Jinbei could have beat Queen? That's
Yeah,
an
oh, yeah,
interesting one.
100%.
I don't think Sanji like struggled versus Queen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I think
after he got the power up, it was pretty. Actually, even before the power up.
he more so wore himself out. I feel like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I think Jinbei could have beat him the same way Sanji did, honestly.
And here's the thing: even though because I would say that Ulti is the strongest of the Toby Roppo, right? But who
I agree with
may
you.
be the second or third, depending on where you put him next to Drake or whatever. But who's who? Maybe like the second strongest Toby Roppo, and Jinbei like low dipped him pretty much.
Jinbei smoked
Yeah.
not out. It was a
Yeah,
bad.
that was free.
That's the thing.
All
Like,
in him, bro.
I wish because if Oda was gonna do that where he gave Jinbei his first Straw Hat fight was a wash to show how strong Jinbei was, I wish it was someone who we knew how strong, like Husu could be mad strong, right? But Jinbei smoked that nigga, so we don't know. Like now, like
Right.
you're
But,
debating we're debating what his place was in Toby Roppo right now.
Yeah,
Even then, if we're talking about like what Mom was talking about, like the lore and like the what's built up for a character, for him to be like the second for the Toby Roppo, it's still really big. Because like if you're thinking about it from a Beast Pirate standpoint, he's like number 5, because it would be number 6. It would be him, King, Queen, Jack, and then Ulti, and then him. So like that's still like pretty strong.
Still huge, but yo, Jinbei's one of the OG warlords though. Like, and we're debating right now if he can be Queen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
That's
I feel like either you should have given him a hard battle versus a really strong opponent, or like a pretty strong opponent, and maybe if you want to do that show, like where you showcase how strong he is, like at least give us more. But either way, he watched that nigga who's who. Like, he definitely, I feel like if you can't beat Queen, give him a huge fight. I feel like
yeah.
at the
Right.
very least, you know what I'm saying?
Like the fact that Jinbei did that to Who's Who, like it's the same type of thing that Oden likes to do, where like the stronger Zoro always has the harder fight between him and Sanji, but you know that his opponent is stronger than Sanji's opponent, so that always makes you guess because Sanji has an easier time dealing with that opponent, and then Zoro has a harder time dealing with that opponent, but that opponent is stronger than Sanji's opponent. So it was kind of like similar here to Who's Who. Like Who's Who is weaker than Queen. Like Jinbei washed Who's Who. Sanji had a harder time against Queen, but Queen will wash Who's Who as well. So so like that's why I think it's interesting enough to bring up, like, if you feel like Queen would lose to Jinbei, or Jinbei would lose to Queen, or whatever.
Yeah, it's one of the ones we gotta like
read the fight. But yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Good stuff. Yeah, no, 100%. I think that about wraps it up for this though.
Man. I think so. That was a good episode.
That was wild.
Yeah, that's a wild thing. I'll be posting the tier list on Twitter or whatever. Everybody watching the podcast, make sure you guys check out the YouTube and Twitter and all that good stuff for more Strawhat Sitdown content. You feel me? That's it, right? I got nothing else to say.
That's it, man. Next chapter's gonna be crazy.
Oh man, next week we go over the banger chapter, bro.
This time like
flashback chapter next week.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be happy and sad at the same time, bro.
Orochi and Hiyori, you know.
Oh man. Oh shit. All right, it's been real. Appreciate everybody that stopped by. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Till next episode, it has been real. Hope you guys take it easy, be safe, be healthy, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Take it easy, guys.
Later.
Peace.
Take care.
All right, W episode.